In the stillness of the night, the banks of the Jabbok River loomed like a forgotten shadow, a place where the air was thick with tension and uncertainty. It was here that Jacob found himself, isolated and grappling with an unseen force, a struggle that would last until the first light of dawn. The stars above twinkled as if bearing witness to the fierce confrontation between man and something much greater than himself. As Jacob wrestled, the figure that he fought remained shrouded in mystery, embodying a strength that could easily overpower him. The struggle was not merely physical. It was emblematic of Jacob's inner turmoil in his quest for identity. He was a man torn between his past and his future, between the fear of his brother Esau and the promise of his own destiny. This night would change everything. The figure he grappled with was later understood to be an angel, and many have speculated about its connection to the Nephilim, ancient beings described in the scriptures as giants, the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. The Nephilim were often associated with strength and power, casting a long shadow over biblical narratives. Jacob's encounter with this angelic figure was emblematic of a much deeper struggle, a fight for not just survival, but for blessing and recognition. As dawn approached, Jacob's grip tightened. He refused to let go, even as the angel demanded release. "Let me go, for the day is breaking," the angel insisted. Yet Jacob clung fiercely to the divine being. "I will not let you go unless you bless me," he declared, his voice a mix of desperation and determination. It was a moment that represented the essence of human struggle, the desire for validation, for acknowledgement, and for the assurance that one's existence holds meaning. The significance of this encounter goes beyond the personal. It reflects a larger narrative that speaks to the human condition, the constant battle between fear and faith, doubt and certainty. What Jacob faced was not just a physical opponent, but the embodiment of his fears, the weight of his past actions, and the uncertainties that lay ahead. The struggle was a microcosm of life's greater battles. Jacob's transformation began in that moment of struggle. The angel, recognizing Jacob's resolve, asked him, "What is your name?" In the biblical context, names held power, representing one's identity and destiny. Jacob replied, "I am Jacob," a name that meant supplanter or holder of the heel, signifying his history of deception and struggle. However, the angel responded, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men and have prevailed." This renaming was not merely a change of label. It was an affirmation of Jacob's journey and an acknowledgement of his perseverance. As the first rays of sunlight broke over the horizon, illuminating the landscape, Jacob emerged from the struggle, not just physically altered, but spiritually transformed. He walked away with a limp, a reminder of his encounter, a symbol of the price of his victory. The limp was more than just a physical ailment. It was a testament to his newfound identity and strength. Jacob, now Israel, had fought with divine power and human frailty, emerging victorious in a way that would define not only his life, but the future of his descendants. The narrative of Jacob wrestling with the angel echoes throughout the ages, prompting reflection on the nature of divine encounters. If we consider the identity of the figure he fought as connected to the Nephilim, we are drawn into a world of ancient myths and truths that challenge our understanding of the divine. The struggle Jacob faced is a call to each of us, inviting us to reflect on our own battles, our identities, and the blessings we seek in our lives. If you want more investigations like this, make sure to subscribe. The exploration of Jacob's encounter opens up numerous questions about faith, identity, and the nature of our struggles. What does it mean to wrestle with the divine? How do we confront our own fears and insecurities? As we delve deeper into Jacob's story, these questions will guide our understanding of the transformative power of struggle and the divine presence in our lives. The banks of the Jabbok River now serve as a symbolic battleground, representing the places in our lives where we face our greatest challenges. Just as Jacob emerged from his night of wrestling with a new name and purpose, we too can find ourselves transformed through our battles. The darkness of the night gives way to the dawn of new understanding, where struggles are not merely obstacles but opportunities for growth and enlightenment. In this narrative, the angel represents not just a divine being, but the complexities of our own existence. As we consider the implications of Jacob's struggle with this Nephilim-like figure, we begin to understand that our own encounters with the divine may involve wrestling with the very aspects of ourselves that we fear the most. As we reflect on Jacob's journey, we are reminded that our identities are often shaped by our struggles. Each challenge we face can lead to a deeper understanding of who we are and who we are meant to be. Jacob's victory in the midst of his wrestling match serves as a powerful reminder that our struggles can lead to profound transformation. The essence of our battles may be intertwined with our identities, and through them, we can discover blessings that redefine our lives. Thus, the story of Jacob wrestling with the angel serves as an enduring lesson about the nature of struggle, identity, and faith. It challenges us to embrace our own journeys, to seek blessings amidst our battles, and to recognize the divine presence that walks alongside us in our darkest hours. In the struggle lies the potential for transformation, and in the transformation, we find the essence of our true selves. As the night deepened, Jacob found himself locked in a relentless struggle, each moment echoing the weight of his past. His heart raced as he grappled with the enigmatic figure, an angelic presence that seemed to embody the essence of the Nephilim. This was not merely a physical contest. It was a confrontation steeped in the history of Jacob's life, a battle against the shadows of his choices and the tumultuous relationships that had defined him. Jacob's history was one of ambition and conflict. The tension between him and his brother Esau had begun in their mother's womb, where they wrestled even before birth. Jacob had always been the one to grasp at opportunities, to seize the moment, even if it meant deception. This confrontation at the Jabbok River was the culmination of years of strife, a moment where he would either solidify his identity or lose everything he had fought for. His name, Jacob, had become synonymous with trickery. It meant supplanter, a title that shadowed his every achievement. The angel's demand for Jacob to reveal his name struck at the core of his existence. It was as if the angel sought not just a name, but the essence of Jacob himself. In the biblical context, names carry profound significance. When Jacob uttered, "I am Jacob," it was not merely a statement of identity. It was an admission of all he had been and all he had done. This struggle encapsulated his life, a battle marked by deceit, fear, and the desperate search for validation. The angel, in response, transformed the very foundation of Jacob's identity. "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel," the angel declared, a proclamation that resonated with both power and permanence. This moment of renaming was monumental. It signified a shift from a life of subterfuge to one defined by striving and overcoming. Jacob had wrestled with both God and man, and in that struggle he had prevailed. This narrative is not just a tale of one man's fight. It serves as a broader exploration of the implications of divine encounters. The name Israel, meaning he struggles with God, carries a weight of expectations and responsibilities. It speaks to the transformative nature of struggle, suggesting that through our most challenging moments we can find our true selves. The angel's intervention was more than a blessing. It was an acknowledgement of Jacob's journey, his fears, his hopes, and his relentless pursuit of redemption. As dawn approached, the physical exhaustion of the night began to settle in. Jacob's body bore the marks of his struggle, a limp that would forever remind him of this divine encounter. It was a visible sign of his victory, a testament to the price he paid for his name change, and the spiritual renewal it represented. This limp was not merely a physical limitation. It became a reminder of the strength found in vulnerability, a symbol of the power of transformation through adversity. In reflecting on this encounter, we can draw parallels to our own lives. Each of us has moments where we grapple with our identities, where we are faced with choices that define who we are. Are we willing to confront the aspects of ourselves that we fear the most? Jacob's struggle illustrates the importance of facing our inner demons, for it is through this battle that we can emerge stronger and more authentic. The question arises, do you read this as a metaphor, historical memory, or a mix? Why? As we delve deeper into the significance of Jacob's struggle with the angel, we uncover layers of meaning that resonate throughout history. The Nephilim, often portrayed as giants in biblical texts, symbolize the challenges that loom large in our lives. These beings of immense strength serve as metaphors for the obstacles we face, those intimidating forces that threaten to overshadow our existence. Just as Jacob wrestled with a figure embodying these daunting challenges, we too must confront our fears and uncertainties. The Jabbok River becomes a symbolic battleground, a place where the divine meets the human. The water, flowing steadily, represents the passage of time and the relentless nature of our struggles. In this interplay between man and the divine, we see the timeless dance of faith and doubt. Jacob's encounter prompts us to reflect on our own battles, the moments when we feel overwhelmed by life's circumstances. It challenges us to seek blessings in the midst of turmoil, to recognize that our struggles can lead to profound transformation. As the sun broke on the horizon, casting light on the landscape, Jacob's journey took on new meaning. The dawn signified not just the end of a long night, but the beginning of a new chapter in his life. With a new name and a fresh identity, Jacob stepped into the world as Israel, a man transformed by his struggle. His story serves as a beacon of hope for those who find themselves in the midst of their own wrestling matches. By embracing our struggles, we can uncover the blessings that await us on the other side. This exploration of Jacob's transformation invites us to consider what it means to truly engage with our identities. The angel's challenge to Jacob was not only about the fight itself, but also about the legacy of that fight. As we navigate our paths, we too are invited to wrestle with our identities, to confront the giants in our lives, and to emerge victorious in our pursuits. Each struggle can serve as a stepping stone toward a deeper understanding of who we are meant to be. If you want more investigations like this, make sure to subscribe. The narrative of Jacob wrestling with the angel resonates across generations. reminding us that the struggles we face are not merely obstacles to overcome, but opportunities for growth and enlightenment. As we continue to explore this story, we will uncover the rich tapestry of meaning woven throughout Jacob's encounter and its implications for our own lives. As we delve deeper into the story of Jacob, it's essential to explore the broader context of the Nephilim, a term that evokes a mix of fascination and fear across cultures and generations. The Nephilim, often described as giants, are mentioned in various ancient texts, including the Book of Genesis, where they are depicted as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. This raises crucial questions about their origin, nature, and the role they played in biblical narratives. What exactly were these beings, and how did they influence the world around them? The concept of the Nephilim has been interpreted in numerous ways, with some viewing them as literal giants, and others as symbolic representations of human sinfulness and divine judgment. This duality is critical to understanding Jacob's encounter at the Jabbok River. As he wrestles with the angel, he is not just fighting a celestial being. He is contending with the formidable legacy of the Nephilim and what they represent: strength, chaos, and the intersection of humanity and the divine. The historical and cultural significance of the Nephilim cannot be overstated. They appear not only in the biblical texts, but also in various mythologies and folklore around the world. From the giants in Greek mythology to the titans of Norse legends, stories of colossal beings seem to resonate universally. This raises an intriguing question. Could the Nephilim be more than mere myth? Could they represent a shared cultural memory of encounters with extraordinary individuals or events? Archaeological findings have sparked discussions about the existence of giants in the ancient world. Sites such as Baalbek in Lebanon and Göbekli Tepe in Turkey feature massive stone structures that defy conventional engineering explanations. How could ancient civilizations have constructed such monumental edifices without the advanced technology available today? The sheer size and precision of these constructions lead to speculation about the influence of beings far beyond the average human capacity. As we sift through the layers of interpretation surrounding the Nephilim, it's vital to consider how these beings are perceived through the lens of different cultures. In some traditions, they are seen as demigods or heroes, while in others, they are portrayed as monstrous figures representing the worst of humanity. This ambiguity adds depth to Jacob's struggle as he faces not only the angel, but also the weight of historical narratives tied to the Nephilim. The wrestling match symbolizes a confrontation with the past. Jacob grapples with his identity, his fears, and the legacy of those who came before him. This encounter is a microcosm of the broader struggle within humanity to understand its place in a world governed by both divine and chaotic forces. The angel embodies the Nephilim's complex nature, serving as a reminder that strength can coexist with vulnerability, and that transformation often arises from the most challenging circumstances. The importance of names in biblical tradition cannot be overlooked. A name is more than just a label. It carries with it identity, destiny, and the essence of a person. When Jacob wrestles and ultimately receives the name Israel, it marks a significant shift not only in his identity, but also in his role within the larger narrative of his people. This new name signifies a transformation, an acknowledgement of his struggle and resilience. As Jacob's story unfolds, we can draw parallels to our own lives. Each of us faces our own Nephilim encounters, moments of struggle that challenge our identities and force us to confront our deepest fears. These experiences can take many forms: personal crises, societal challenges, or existential dilemmas. The key lies in how we respond to these challenges. Are we willing to grapple with our struggles, to engage in the fight for our identities, much like Jacob did? The river Jabbok serves as a powerful metaphor for these encounters. It represents the fluidity of identity and the constant ebb and flow of life's challenges. Just as the river flows relentlessly, so too do our struggles shape us, mold us, and ultimately lead us to new understandings of ourselves. In this way, Jacob's wrestling match transcends the physical. It becomes a spiritual and psychological battle that resonates through time. As we reflect on Jacob's journey, we must ask ourselves how we interpret these ancient stories. Do we view them as metaphorical representations of our struggles? Historical memories of a time long past, or perhaps a mixture of both? The ambiguity of these interpretations invites us to engage more deeply with the narratives that shape our understanding of ourselves and our world. If you want more investigations like this, make sure to subscribe. Understanding the Nephilim and their implications not only enriches our comprehension of biblical narratives, but also offers insights into the human condition itself. Jacob's struggle with the angel serves as a reminder that our battles are not fought in isolation. They are part of a larger tapestry of existence where the divine and the human intersect. As we continue to explore Jacob's encounter, we will unravel the layers of meaning behind his transformation into Israel and how this identity continues to resonate throughout history. The wrestling match at the Jabbok River is not just a personal struggle, It is a reflection of the eternal human quest for understanding, identity, and connection to something greater than ourselves. As we grapple with our own challenges, we can draw strength from Jacob's story, reminding ourselves that transformation often arises from the fiercest battles we face. As dawn broke over the horizon, the struggle at the banks of the Jabbok River intensified, each passing moment amplifying the tension between Jacob and the mysterious figure he wrestled. The angel, embodying the essence of a Nephilim, demanded to be released, declaring that the day was breaking. Yet Jacob, determined and resolute, clung tightly, unwilling to let go without receiving a blessing. This moment encapsulated not just the physical confrontation, but the deeper battle within Jacob, a fight for his identity, his future, and his very soul. The night had been long, each hour filled with the echoes of their struggle. Jacob was not merely wrestling with a supernatural being, but with the weight of his past and the fear of his future. He had lived a life marked by deception and conflict, particularly with his brother Esau. This confrontation was not just an encounter with an angel. It was a reckoning. Jacob's grip on the angel was symbolic of his clinging to hope, to the possibility of transformation. In the heat of this struggle, he was forging his identity anew, stepping away from the shadow of his past. As Jacob wrestled through the night, each hold and each turning point spoke volumes about the human experience. The angel's insistence on being released raised profound questions about power dynamics. Why would a celestial being demand to be let go? Was this a test of Jacob's resolve, or a deeper exploration of the nature of divine encounters? The struggle itself became a metaphor for the human condition, a reminder that, in life, we often grapple with forces beyond our understanding, forces that shape our identities in ways we may not immediately recognize. In Genesis 32, 24-26, we see the essence of this encounter captured in Scripture. And Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of the day. This passage invites readers to reflect on the significance of the wrestling match. Why did Jacob find himself alone? Was he seeking solitude to confront his fears, or was it a divine orchestration leading him to this pivotal moment? The wrestling match becomes a lens through which we can examine our struggles, our moments of isolation, and our desperate clinging to faith amid uncertainty. Jacob's refusal to release the angel speaks volumes about his character and his desires. He was not simply seeking a blessing in the material sense. He was yearning for validation, for a recognition of his worth. In many ways, this struggle mirrors our own internal battles, where we grapple with our self-esteem, our worthiness, and our place in the world. How often do we find ourselves wrestling with feelings of inadequacy, clinging to the hope that we can carve out our identities amidst the chaos of our lives? As they wrestled, the angel touched Jacob's hip, dislocating it with a simple move. Yet instead of surrender, Jacob's grip tightened. This physical pain became a manifestation of the emotional and spiritual struggle he faced. The limp he would carry afterward would serve as a reminder of this night, a permanent mark of his transformation. It illustrates that sometimes our deepest wounds become our greatest sources of strength. They remind us of our struggles, of the battles fought, and of the identity forged in the fires of adversity. Jacob was not merely fighting for a blessing, he was fighting to become the man he was meant to be. In receiving the name Israel, meaning he who struggles with God, he was acknowledging that struggle is an integral part of the human experience. It is in battling our inner demons and external challenges that we often find our true selves. This transformation is a universal theme, underscoring the importance of grappling with our fears, questioning our beliefs, and ultimately emerging stronger. In wrestling with the angel, Jacob confronted not just a celestial being, but the legacy of his ancestors, the weight of his actions, and the path that lay ahead. The name change signifies a pivotal shift, not only in Jacob's identity, but in the narrative of his people. It marks the beginning of a new chapter, one where struggle is not viewed as a hindrance, but as a necessary pathway to growth and understanding. This encounter at the Jabbok River compels us to reflect on our own lives. How often do we find ourselves wrestling with our identities, caught between who we were and who we are meant to become? The angel's challenge to Jacob, "Let me go," echoes in our lives. Are we willing to let go of our past, our fears, and our insecurities to embrace the possibilities that lie ahead? If you're finding value in this exploration of Jacob's story and the profound implications of his struggle, consider subscribing for more insights into the complexities of human identity and divine encounters. It's a journey that invites us to wrestle with our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As the wrestling match continued, Jacob's resolve only grew stronger. The angel, despite his divine nature, recognized the determination within Jacob. It was a struggle that seemed to encompass the entirety of the human experience: pain, hope, desperation, and the unwavering desire for transformation. In this moment, the line between human and divine blurred, revealing a deeper truth about our own journeys. The dawn was approaching, signaling the end of their struggle, yet it also represented a new beginning for Jacob. The light of day would illuminate the path ahead, but it would also serve as a reminder of the dark night he had endured. This duality reflects the complexity of life, where light and darkness coexist, and where every struggle is imbued with the potential for growth and understanding. As Jacob finally received his blessing, it was not just a gift, it was a testament to his perseverance. He had wrestled with divine forces and emerged transformed, his identity irrevocably altered. The encounter at the Jabbok River serves as a powerful reminder that our struggles, while often painful, are instrumental in shaping who we are. They challenge us to confront our fears, embrace our vulnerabilities, and ultimately to rise above them. This wrestling match, steeped in historical and spiritual significance, resonates through the ages, calling us to engage with our own battles. The story of Jacob is not just an ancient narrative, it is a living testament to the resilience of the human spirit, inviting us to reflect on our own encounters with the divine and the transformative power of struggle. It challenges us to consider how we can embrace our identities, not despite our struggles, but because of them. As Jacob limped away from the Jabbok River, a profound transformation took place in his spirit. The night's struggle had not only altered his physical state, but had also reshaped his identity forever. Receiving the name Israel, which means he who struggles with God, was more than just a title. It was a recognition of his journey through pain, perseverance, and ultimate redemption. This new name encapsulated the essence of Jacob's trials, reflecting the duality of his existence, a man caught between his past and the future he was destined to forge. In biblical times, names held significant power. They were not mere labels, but represented one's character, destiny, and divine purpose. Jacob's previous name symbolized a life of deceit and struggle, marked by his act of grabbing Esau's heel at birth and later deceiving his father Isaac. However, the blessing he received from the angel was a pivotal moment that redefined his narrative. It was as if the angel acknowledged Jacob's relentless spirit and his refusal to submit to despair. Instead of succumbing to his fears, Jacob confronted them head-on, embodying the struggle that many face in their own lives. The implications of this transformation extend beyond Jacob himself, resonating throughout biblical history and into the lives of countless believers. The name change signifies that struggle is not a sign of weakness, but a vital part of spiritual growth and personal evolution. As Jacob received the blessing, he realized that his identity was now intertwined with a deeper understanding of his relationship with God. In accepting his new name, he embraced the reality that his struggles were a means to connect with the divine, a pathway to understanding both himself and his Creator. Jacob's encounter with the angel serves as a powerful metaphor for the human experience. In our lives, we often find ourselves wrestling with various forms of adversity, be it personal failures, existential questions, or the weight of societal expectations. Just as Jacob fought through the night, we too engage in battles that test our resolve and shape our identities. This universal theme invites us to confront our inner demons, pushing us toward transformation. As Jacob walked away from the Jabbok River, the limp he bore became a visible reminder of his encounter, a physical manifestation of the struggle that forged his new identity. It is a poignant symbol that reflects how our battles, both external and internal, leave imprints on our lives. This limp serves as a testament to the notion that our scars tell stories of resilience. They are reminders of the trials we have faced and the growth that has emerged from overcoming them. Jacob's experience illustrates the idea that it is through our struggles that we often gain the most profound insights about ourselves and our faith. Reflecting on Jacob's transformation can lead us to consider our own journeys. Are we willing to embrace our struggles as part of our identity? Do we recognize that our challenges can pave the way for growth and renewal? These questions are vital as we navigate through our lives, grappling with the complexities of our existence. In the face of adversity, Jacob's story encourages us to seek blessings through our struggles rather than shy away from them. It teaches us that vulnerability can lead to strength and that confronting our fears may ultimately reveal the path to our true selves. As we explore further into Jacob's legacy, it becomes clear that his story resonates with many who find themselves wrestling with their identities today. Just as Jacob faced the angel, people around the world grapple with their own angels, whether in the form of personal demons, doubts, or societal pressures. This commonality highlights the timeless nature of struggle and transformation, bridging the gap between ancient narratives and contemporary experiences. If you find yourself resonating with Jacob's journey, consider the implications of your own struggles. Are they shaping you into the person you are meant to be? Reflecting on the power of your trials can lead to profound personal insights and growth. Remember, embracing your struggles may reveal more about your purpose than you initially realize. Jacob's transformation into Israel is not merely an ancient tale. It is an invitation to engage with our own narratives. Each of us has the potential to emerge from our struggles stronger, wiser, and more attuned to our identities. The journey of wrestling with oneself is universal, transcending time and culture, reminding us that we are not alone in our battles. As we delve deeper into the significance of Jacob's new identity, we see that it opens the door to a broader understanding of the relationship between humanity and the divine. The act of wrestling with God reflects a yearning for connection, a desire to engage with the mysteries of existence and faith. This encounter raises the question of how many of us actively seek such moments of struggle as opportunities for growth and understanding. Do we dare to wrestle with our beliefs, to question the status quo, and to seek deeper connections with our spirituality? In closing, Jacob's story reminds us that transformation often occurs in the midst of struggle. The limp he carried was not just a reminder of his past, it was a symbol of his evolution, a testament to a life lived in pursuit of understanding. As we continue to explore the complexities of Jacob's legacy, let us consider how our own struggles can serve as catalysts for change. The journey may be arduous, but it is through these very challenges that we can cultivate a deeper sense of identity and purpose. So, as you think about Jacob's transformation, ponder this. How do your struggles shape your identity? What lessons can you draw from them? The answers to these questions may guide you on your own path of discovery, just as they did for Jacob, transforming your struggle into strength. As Jacob's story unfolds, we begin to see that his epic struggle against the angel touches on themes that resonate deeply with contemporary life. The battles we face today, much like Jacob's, challenge us in profound ways, shaping our identities and beliefs. Just as Jacob wrestled with the divine, many individuals grapple with their own metaphoric Nephilim encounters, those daunting challenges that force them to confront their deepest fears and insecurities. Consider for a moment the weight of Jacob's conflict. He's not merely wrestling with a celestial being. He is wrestling with his past, his family dynamics, and his own self-worth. This struggle is a universal one. Each of us engages in a fight against something greater than ourselves, a struggle that may manifest as a personal crisis, a professional hurdle, or a spiritual doubt. Jacob's night-long bout is a testament to the idea that true growth often comes through grappling with the forces that seem insurmountable. As Jacob limps away from the Jabbok River, the physical reminder of his encounter becomes a symbol of his transformation. This limp serves as a powerful metaphor for the scars we all carry, remnants of our struggles that define us in ways we may not fully understand. The limping figure of Jacob is one of resilience, representing the idea that our trials, while painful, can lead to profound personal growth. It begs the question, how many of us view our scars as badges of honor rather than symbols of failure? Jacob's transformation into Israel illustrates the notion that identity is fluid, shaped by experiences that challenge us. The act of wrestling with the angel is not just about seeking a blessing, it's about asserting one's existence and worth in a world that often feels indifferent. For many, the struggle is not only a battle for survival, but a quest for meaning. Are we brave enough to confront our own angels, to wrestle with the doubts and fears that threaten our peace? This reflection is essential, as it encourages us to embrace our struggles as integral parts of our journey. Moreover, the story of Jacob transcends time. It resonates with those who face societal expectations, personal dilemmas, or existential questions. In this way, Jacob's encounter serves as a mirror, reflecting our own battles and the choices we make when confronted with adversity. Do we shy away from our challenges, or do we face them head-on with the courage to transform? The answer to this question is critical, as it often determines the path we take in life. As we draw parallels between Jacob's struggles and the challenges of modern life, we see that his journey is not an isolated event from a distant past, but a timeless narrative that echoes through the ages. Just like Jacob, countless individuals today find themselves wrestling with their own identities in a rapidly changing world. Perhaps, in our struggles, we may discover the strength and wisdom that lie within us, waiting to be unearthed. Reflecting on Jacob's transformation prompts us to consider how our own struggles shape our identities. Are we willing to confront our fears and vulnerabilities? Do we recognize that these battles can lead to personal revelations and growth? The legacy of Jacob encourages us to seek blessings through our struggles rather than retreating from them. Vulnerability can indeed lead to strength. Confronting our fears often reveals the path to understanding ourselves more profoundly. Furthermore, Jacob's limp serves as a reminder that our struggles leave lasting impacts. They shape our character and influence our interactions with others. The idea that our scars tell stories of resilience invites us to reframe how we view our challenges. Each bruise and scratch is a testament to our survival, our determination to rise above adversity. This perspective allows us to embrace our journeys fully, understanding that they contribute to the larger narrative of our lives. As we explore Jacob's legacy, it becomes apparent that he embodies the qualities of perseverance and faith. His story resonates with those who face their own trials in pursuit of understanding and identity. We might ask ourselves, what does it mean to wrestle with our own angels? What insights can we gain from our struggles that inform our understanding of who we are? In this light, Jacob's experience serves not merely as an ancient tale, but as a call to engage with our narratives actively. Each of us has the potential to emerge from our struggles transformed. The journey of self-discovery, akin to Jacob's wrestling match, is universal, extending beyond cultural and temporal boundaries. It reminds us that we are not alone in our battles, and every fight we endure is a stepping stone toward our true selves. As we delve deeper into the implications of Jacob's new identity, we find that this transformation opens our eyes to the relationship between humanity and the divine. The act of wrestling with God reflects a fundamental yearning for connection, an impulse to engage with the mysteries of existence and faith. This encounter raises a pertinent question. How many of us actively seek moments of struggle as opportunities for growth? Do we dare to confront our beliefs and question the status quo in pursuit of deeper spiritual connections? In conclusion, Jacob's story serves as a poignant reminder that transformation often occurs amid struggle. The limp he carried was not merely a reminder of his past, it was a symbol of his evolution, a testament to a life lived in pursuit of understanding. As we continue to unravel the complexities of Jacob's legacy, let us reflect on how our own struggles can catalyze change. The path may be fraught with difficulty, yet through these very challenges, we can cultivate a deeper sense of identity and purpose. So, as you ponder Jacob's transformation, consider this. How do your struggles shape your identity? What lessons can you derive from them? The answers to these questions may guide you on your path of discovery, just as they did for Jacob, turning your struggle into strength. As we reach the conclusion of Jacob's extraordinary encounter, it's crucial to synthesize the insights gained from his wrestling match with the angel, an event deeply embedded in the fabric of identity, struggle, and transformation. Jacob's experience serves not only as a historical account found in ancient texts, but also as a powerful narrative that resonates profoundly with the human condition. His journey exemplifies the timeless challenge of confronting one's fears and uncertainties, a theme that echoes throughout generations. Jacob, now renamed Israel, limps away from his encounter with a physical reminder of his struggle. This limp symbolizes not just a moment of weakness, but a testament to his transformation. The narrative of Jacob is not merely about a man wrestling with a divine being. It embodies the universal struggle that each individual faces at some point in their lives. His transformation reflects the essence of perseverance in the face of adversity. As he receives a new name, he becomes a representation of a people who will carry the weight of their history and identity forward into the future. In today's fast-paced world, many find themselves grappling with their own personal Nephilim, be it fear, doubt, or societal pressures that loom large and intimidating. Jacob's story encourages us to engage with these challenges rather than shy away from them. It invites introspection about how our personal battles shape our identities and define our paths. Just as Jacob sought a blessing through his struggle, we too can find strength in our challenges, allowing them to guide us towards growth and understanding. The legacy of Jacob teaches us that our struggles can catalyze significant change in our lives. Through his encounter, we learn that identity is not a static concept, but rather a dynamic interplay of experiences, relationships, and challenges. Every struggle can lead to a new understanding of oneself. Much like how Jacob emerged from the night with a deeper awareness of his purpose and place in the world, what stands firm in Jacob's narrative is the idea that transformation often arises from grappling with the unknown and embracing the discomfort that comes with it. As we contemplate Jacob's journey, we can ask ourselves, how do our struggles shape our identities in our contemporary lives? What lessons about resilience, growth, and transformation can we learn from Jacob's experience? The answers to these questions may guide us as we navigate our own paths. Just as Jacob's wrestling match brought forth a new identity, our battles can lead us to discover who we truly are beneath the layers of expectation and fear. Moreover, the relationship between humanity and the divine becomes evident through Jacob's experience. The act of wrestling with God is not merely a physical confrontation, but an exploration of faith, questioning, and yearning for connection. It highlights the significance of engaging with our beliefs and the courage it takes to confront our uncertainties. It compels us to recognize that in the depths of struggle, we may uncover profound insights about ourselves and our relationship with the divine. In closing, Jacob's narrative is a powerful reminder that transformation often arises from struggle. As we reflect on his legacy, let us embrace the challenges we face as opportunities for growth. The scars we carry, like Jacob's limp, serve as reminders of our resilience and the journeys we have undertaken. Each bruise tells a story of survival, determination, and ultimately, transformation. So, what remains firm in your life and what continues to be open for debate? The journey of self-discovery is ongoing, and Jacob's story invites us to engage actively with our narratives. The path may be fraught with difficulty, yet through these very challenges, we can cultivate a deeper sense of identity and purpose. As we consider Jacob's transformation, let's strive to confront our own struggles and emerge from them with newfound strength and clarity. Remember, every wrestling match has the potential to change not just our name, but our entire story.